Alan.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, where did you get this?
Hell of a vehicle. You've got to have something to drink it out of. Ah, Mr. Ricciardo.
What's going on? Jack,
How you doing?
right?
Yeah, Jack, I'm your taxi driver today. This is your
Beautiful.
chariot.
Look at the girl.
Oh, she's a beauty. All right. In your
Thank
hop.
you. Opening the door for me. Very cute.
Very cute. Right. First things first.
What a hot rod.
What a beast. What should I call you? Dan, Danny, Daniel, Honey Badger?
You, whatever you. I just Daniel. Daniel works, but
I'll go with Daniel.
Dickhead also works.
Dickhead.
Whatever.
Now, I know about your move to Renault. You've explained it loads and loads of times.
You're bored already, aren't you?
I'm bored already of that
Yeah.
story. So we're going to start a new story.
Okay.
Your company car situation. You've basically traded in a Valkyrie for a Megane or a Clio or something like that.
Yeah. True.
Did you manage to get your name down for a Valkyrie with
I did.
the old employers?
I did.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did.
mate. I know you unveiled the car, but I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder whether he'll be able to resist it.
Yeah. I made sure I did all that before
Before you
I
signed
signed
on.
the other contract.
They're actually saying the Valkyrie, with the track pack or the AMR Pro version at least, might even be faster than an F1 car around a track, or within the same second or a few tenths or something. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I believe it because also, tyres. Like you put the right set of tyres on any car, and you're gaining seconds a lap.
Yeah.
So
what kind of other stuff you owned? You must have had a colourful history.
I wanted to show my age a little bit more now. I'm turning 30 this year.
I know.
So I did buy an old car in the last year, and that was my first. And that was
a classic? Are we talking, or just like an old sports car? Or something?
Well,
can I tell them what it is? Go on, we'll cut it out if you're not allowed.
It's a 275.
Oh yeah.
GTS.
Oh wow.
275 GTS. Yeah.
Wow. The old
It
Ferrari.
starts with F. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Oh man, that's special. That's
GTS.
seriously special.
I think it is. But I'm also chilled on the road. Like I love trucks as well. Like big, or in Australia we call them utes, but in America they call them trucks.
Big V8s.
Yeah. So I also just like driving stuff that's different. I think if I drove a fast car every day, then I don't know, I'd probably end up with a lot more speeding tickets.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and you can't win races if you're in prison.
True.
Now, we couldn't have a road trip without some road snacks. So I've prepared a little something for you here.
I am a snacker.
A snacker. A little something for you to nibble on.
Awesome.
Because we're in the middle of the English countryside here. You couldn't be further from home. So this is to make you feel...
Oh! Where did you get this?
I can't reveal my sources, but why don't you take us through what you got there? Because I've never seen half of this stuff, but supposedly it's quite special.
I mean, whoever organised this, I know you're going to take the credit, but whoever organised this, wow, they could be the one. So, all right, this one got me. Cherry Ripe.
Oh yeah, that's the one I've never heard of, never seen.
So good.
Yeah?
So good. So.
By the way, these do belong to you now, so feel free to munch away.
I mean,
I'm
probably gonna. It's still morning, but I'm probably gonna go for it. So it's basically chocolate, but with like dried coconut and like kind of cherry through it. It sounds weird, but it's delicious.
Beautiful.
What else do we have? These. I feel the whole world knows these two.
Yeah, Tim Tams. They've become a bit of a cliche, right?
Yes.
The Vegemite.
I think they're overrated, actually. Tim Tams. I think we've got.
It's a big call.
A lot better biscuits. But
just alienated your entire Australian fan base.
No, like they're good. But if you like these, then there's even better.
Oh.
But no, Tim Tams are good. But I kind of like the other flavors. The original's a bit just kind of standard.
Bit meh.
Vegemite, way better than Marmite.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, I didn't think this through, because how are you supposed to eat that?
Oh, you just squeeze it in your mouth.
Just straight in, yeah.
Caramello koala.
Just a little, and look, a proper little snack size there.
Yeah, that is good.
That's
so
like between meals.
Just a little so it's basically dairy milk chocolate with caramel in the middle. So and I think in this case the koala, it's the belly which is filled with caramel. So beautiful.
So here we go. You got to have some water.
Oh, thanks.
Because I don't want you to get dehydrated. You're a
sure.
finely tuned sportsman. But hang on, you got to have something to drink it out of.
All right. So little fun fact for you. It cannot be called a shoey if it's not with an alcoholic beverage.
What?
So if I pour water in this now and
That's-
drink out of it, it's,
What if I told you that was gin?
I would say enchanté.
Keep the magic alive.
One of the best ones, I believe, that ever happened was with Jared Butler in
Oh, yeah.
Austin. And he doesn't drink alcohol, so I actually did it with a Red Bull.
Yeah.
And that was pronounced a shoey. So look, we may have bent the rules a little, but
Broken all the rules. So you've already broken the rules, so I
That's
mean,
true.
This is the moment when I'm going to say to you, do you fancy having a drive?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like being a passenger.
Really?
Yeah.
You drive for a living. You're supposed to go. No.
Exactly.
Oh, go on, have a go.
You want me to drive?
Yeah, man. You're never gonna. You
well, look.
might never get the opportunity to drive a Clio V6. Honestly, it's the
All right.
silliest car you'll ever have a go in.
This
so
is gonna be
we'll
interesting. I would rather just eat, put some music on.
I'll keep it
Let you
short and
drive.
sweet, and we'll swap back. All right. Oh, sorry to put you out.
Nah, it's all right.
No. You can do it. It's a 6-speed manual gearbox.
All right.
3 pedals. That's it. There's
Three-
no
yeah.
modes. There's no twiddly bits on the steering wheel. You're gonna love it.
All right.
All right. Let's do this.
So, good times. Don't laugh, all right?
No. Just checking. You do know how to drive a manual, right?
Yeah, I'm all
This-
right.
this funny
I'm
stick
all right.
thing here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
actually
all right?
I enjoy it. But funny story. I think it was talked about last year. I'm not sure Max Verstappen knows how to drive.
Is he old enough to have a
manual.
driving license?
Well,
Oh, he is
that's
now,
the thing.
yeah.
I think he was born after clutches and all that was around. So I honestly want to say if he was in this car right now, I'm not
Yeah.
sure he would be
Oh,
staying
wow.
afloat. But anyway.
What do you think?
Hell of a vehicle. No, it's actually nice. I like, I just think as well, like having the manual and all that kind of keeps you more alert.
Yeah.
Because you kind of, gotta do it. It's kind of, you concentrate more and
Have you heard the stories about this car?
tell
It's
me.
famous for being a bit tricky, a
Okay.
bit like bitey.
Okay.
So short wheelbase, big heavy engine behind you. It likes to rotate.
Okay.
And so the phase 1, this is the phase 2 car, a bit more power. They tweaked the chassis to make it better. But the first one especially would just spit you off corners. Just
Really?
Well, if you go in there and you just rotate through that hedge.
Okay, wow.
I got spat off a track at like 100 miles an hour in one of these. Obviously, I don't have much talent, but it was the car's fault, not my fault.
No, absolutely. I know how that works.
Yeah, it's
Never the driver's fault.
something went wrong. But I think, I'm 50% sure you're insured on this thing, so we should be... There she is.
Sounds all right.
It's good.
Just getting her,
So you got,
getting her alive.
how much power do you think you got? Have a guess.
In this,
Yeah.
I'm going to be so wrong here. 180.
Oh, you do it a disservice. No. 255.
Okay.
Actually, it had 255 horsepower 15 years ago. It's probably
So
got,
it's probably got about,
200. Hello.
oh, look at that.
Heel and toe. Yes, unfortunately we don't have a GoPro down there, but I can confirm that was nicely executed. So I've got a little game. It's called the Australian word game. I need to work on the name a bit.
I'm going to teach you like Australian words. Is
No,
that-
what you're going to do is I'm going to give you Australian words and you're going to tell me what they mean.
Gotcha.
And maybe after that you can educate me in some of the finer
All
points
right.
of the Australian language. So we'll start off point for each,
Yep.
by the way.
A
We'll start
point
off,
for each. That's not an Australian term.
No, we haven't started
I'm
yet.
kidding.
We'll start off easy. Budgie smugglers.
Ah, yes. Budgie smugglers. So, basically, well, I'll explain it word for word. Budgie, your parts. Smugglers, smuggling. But they're basically like, I call them cock jocks. But yeah, swimwear, normally swimwear, which is just
Speedos?
your Speedos, exactly.
Other brands of
Just
swimwear are
triangular
available.
shaped swimwear.
Take this way.
Shouldn't be worn on a male, but they do it.
But they do it. Goon.
Goon. Wait, a goon?
Goon.
A goon bag? Wait, using a
Yeah,
goon
you're
bag?
along the right line.
Yes.
Yeah.
So goon is well, basically it started with a goon bag is like the really cheap, I think, wine that you buy in like the wine bag thing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
That's it.
So like a goon bag. So if you're drinking goon, you're really on a budget.
Yeah, you're on a budget, but you're looking to
You got one.
to get pretty mortal.
Yes, exactly. You got one objective, not
There we
objection.
go. So it's all right. You teach
So-
me Australian, I'll teach you English. All right.
a while since I was a
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Oh, out in whoop whoop. So it's like out in the country, like something's far away.
Yeah.
Or like, where's that party tonight? It's out in whoop whoop. So it's just out in the sticks.
All right. 3 out of 3. That's it. You've had enough fun.
Are you driving again?
You're excused. Yeah, you can have a
I
snack.
kind of like it.
Well,
Nah, right, I'll snack. I'm an athlete. Got to keep these calories high.
exactly.
You know?
I don't want your blood sugar dipping. Yeah.
Which
So
I like
look,
one.
yeah. What are these? The OT ones?
Yeah. They're okay.
Well,
Okay.
while I eat this, then
Yep.
we need to talk about Formula One.
Okay. I shouldn't
so-
eat chocolate in the morning, but
So I'm going to fire some questions at you.
okay, go.
If you had to name your 3 greatest Formula One drivers of all time, who would they be and why?
Okay, I'll start with the obvious one, Senna.
Mm-hmm.
I admired him for the way he could differentiate himself on track and off track,
Yeah.
and be like that ruthless killer on track, but be that kind of humble, loved, just gangster that he was off the track.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just how he could basically put the helmet on and it was like switch.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty cool. He didn't have to be a complete asshole in all aspects of his life.
Yeah.
Mario Andretti,
Okay.
juggling, F1 and the States and all that. That was, I don't know, imagine doing that these days. It would be, I mean, obviously, like Alonso kind of dabbled a little bit and doing the Indy 500 and that. But yeah, that was impressive, and to be successful whilst doing it.
yeah.
And then,
Daniel Ricciardo. No.
oh, yes.
You can't say
No,
yourself.
of course. I'll try and say someone more recent. I'll say Mark Webber because, well, he was, for me, like growing up and seeing his path, like he gave me a more realistic hope that it could be done,
Yeah.
you know, because I was kind of seeing it firsthand with my own eyes, and it was in my kind of generation. And yeah, and like once I started getting closer to F1 and that, then he was kind of a guy that I could lean on at times and you know, pick up the phone and he would give me a few words of
Bit of a
encouragement.
mentor?
And, yeah, like it certainly helped me, especially getting my feet going. So
Yeah. Cool.
and yeah, so that was that.
All right, so there's your top 3. If you had a time machine, you could go back, drive or race any F1 car in any era. What car would you drive?
I mean, I love watching Senna's onboard in Suzuka. I can't remember what year it was, to be honest, but the McLaren of that year looked pretty sick. So like, I guess probably late 80s would have been cool.
That'd be good, and you compare your lap times to him.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
The time machine allows that. That's fine.
that would be cool. All right, done.
All
But I
good.
need to work on my heel and toe.
All right.
Yeah.
And who's been your biggest rivalry then? Your fiercest rival? Vettel, Max, Hulkenberg, or someone else?
Sorry,
It's all right.
I just couldn't
you
help
go
myself.
in. You go in.
So, growing up, actually, Bottas, we raced a lot together. In junior formulas and stuff. I didn't do karting in Europe, so I didn't really have any like rivalries with anyone that started at 10 years old. But Bottas, yeah, he was a guy that when I first moved to Europe, we're in the same championship and we were competing against each other. So I felt like we kind of came up together, and that's always been a rivalry in itself, just because we've been through it all together.
Cool.
Yeah.
More than your teammates.
Well, I mean, obviously Max, we had good battles,
Yeah.
some clashes, some, you know, highs and lows and some
Sure.
intense moments. So I guess, yeah, Max, there was certainly a rivalry as well, but I consider them all healthy. Like, none of them ever got to a point where we were
going at it.
Yeah, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
just, it's competition, isn't it?
Yeah, it's healthy.
Want to be the best, and
Yeah.
therefore you'll come to blows at some point.
Yeah. So go on then, give us your assessment of the first few races of the season, your first races with Renault.
Well, the first race with Renault was not what I had in the script.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Home
lasted
race.
100 metres and then
Yeah.
smashed the front wing and whatever in Melbourne. And yeah, so it obviously didn't start, you know, like the fairy tale I wanted it to. But it's certainly, still on paper, it hasn't been what we wanted, but certainly for myself and my feeling within the team, I think that's improved dramatically, you know, from round one in Melbourne.
Yep.
And I think it's starting to show, you know, the results and the qualifying. I think my
qualifying
speed
Monaco
is
was
starting to show. Yeah.
Great, yeah.
And
That's your specialist track though, isn't it? Monaco?
Yeah, I love Monaco.
Yeah.
I think any street circuit, you either, and I guess the way I put it is, you stare at the walls with fear or you stare and smile. And I've always just smiled, and I love that kind of feeling of getting close and,
Yeah.
you know, like you kiss the wall and you laugh instead of cry kind of thing. So
Do you realise that makes you sound like a bit of a psychopath? But that's,
Oh, absolutely. No, I am.
You kind of have to be
Yeah.
a Formula One driver, right?
Yeah, we're all a little bit mental, and I think we're very well kind of educated in front of cameras and that, and we obviously got to be, you know, just polite,
Yeah.
good people, but we are all schizos at the end of the day.
Yeah. Is it tough seeing Max? Max has got a couple of podiums, and you see him and you think, oh, if I hadn't moved, that would have been me or better.
Not at all, and I'll be straight up with you right now. It's stuff we've done before. Like, that's what, you know, I was doing, and we as a team at Red Bull were doing the last, you know, 5 years. We were getting podiums, and it's nothing different, you know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
if I stayed there, and the reason for being there is to be world champion. So if
there's
we're still
still
getting
that
third,
distance
fourth
between-
place, yeah.
Yeah, between Red Bull and Mercedes. And you mentioned earlier that you've got a birthday. Wikipedia tells me you're going to be 30 in July.
That would be correct.
That would be correct. How are you feeling about it? The big 3-0.
I mean, I don't feel bad, but I don't feel 30. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, look, on the positive, I'm going to try and plan something good. You only turn 31, so I'll definitely sometime in July I'll let loose a little.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm old and wise and oh my gosh, I can't even speak English anymore.
Old and wise and wisdomed.
I'm an idiot.
All right, we're here. Look,
That was emotional.
made it to Enstone.
That was emotional. Oh, jeez.
Wow, that was
Finally
good.
have my cherry ripe.
Yeah. You took like one bite and then had to spit it out.
know.
Sorry about
And I
that.
had to eat it quick. I want the chocolate to melt in my mouth.
Well, look, take these snacks with you. Honestly, they're yours.
I'm definitely taking it with me.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That'll be 35 quid, please.
Oh, I thought it was a handshake.
No, that's
All
a
right,
taxi.
35 quid. You know what? I reckon the import tax for these would have been so expensive, so there you go. That's my
Paid in
35
Tim
quid for you.
Tams. I'll take it.
Awesome.
Off
I'm
you
gonna
go.
finish this.
I've got another customer waiting around the corner.
Whatever. We're not Daniel Ricciardo, are they?